Hello students, I hope you are doing well, studying properly and learning all your concepts. Plants have life. Jagdish Chandra Bose was a village boy but a very great Indian scientist. He demonstrated for the first time that plants have life, they can feel. Let's know what else he did in his lifetime. All of us know today that plants have life, they can breathe and feel. But before 1900, a few people knew and believed it. It was Jagdish Chandra Bose, a great Indian scientist, who demonstrated the fact. He built a unique instrument that could measure the feel, the sense and growth of the plant. It showed that plants have a special sense which tells them that a stranger is approaching. Your instrument is a wonderful thing, said the great scientist who had come to the Paris Congress of Science 1900. They were amazed at the inventor who showed them how to use the instrument. What do you call the instrument? A geskograph, replied Jagdish Singh Bose. And where was it made? The scientist asked. In India was the answer. It was just a miracle. Indians at the time was known for its greatness in the fields of the fine arts, literature and philosophy. But in the field of science, the European professors were teaching science to Indians. मतलब science कौन सिखाता था? European सिखाते थे. There were very few colleges of science in India. Jagdish Chandra Bose was born in a village in Bengal. After studying physics at the Kolkata University, he went to England for further studies. He graduated from Cambridge. On returning to India, he was appointed Professor of Physics in Presidency College at Kolkata in 1885. In those days, British ruled over India. तो कौन rule कर रहा था? British. तो Indians के साथ क्या होता था? They received just 2/3 of the salary paid to a European professor. Bose's appointment was a temporary one, so he was given only half the rate for a European. Bose refused to touch any part of his salary. It was a question of principles. He said, I will not take any salary if you have to give me just one half. It was a question of principles. He felt that people who did the same kind of work and same amount of work should be paid equally. After 3 years of struggle, he was paid full salary from date of joining. It was the preamble of his future discoveries. Discoveries did not come from the yes men. They come from the doubters and rebels. They come from people who revolt. Since his boyhood, Bose had been interested in plant and animal life. He used to play under the trees till late at night. Her mother called him daily at dusk, My son, come here. Good children neither go under the tree nor pluck their leaves at night. Now his work in physics led him back to his old fascination. He was working on wireless receivers. Bose noticed that his wireless showed signs of tiredness after it had been in use for some time, but in some strange way got back its power after being rested. These were forethought for the discoveries to the come man used to believe that the world as one beautiful unity was created by Almighty God. Everything in the world from man to stones had its place and purpose, but discoveries of scientists like Galileo and Newton changed this notion. Man began to study each branch of science separately in great detail. In this way, there developed several different kinds of sciences. Bose, however, observed a unity among the diversity of all branches of sciences. He realized that there was a similarity in behavior of lifeless as well as living things. He suggested that animal, plant and mineral kingdoms are one and had a great deal in common. He said plants and metals had a life of their own and could become tired, depressed or happy, but people hold on to their old beliefs and do not like to change them. Bose designed and built an instrument which proved his findings with making accuracy. This was called the crescograph. the amazing instrument which records the movement in plant tissues. It magnifies the movement 10,000 times and can record the reaction of plants to manures, light, noise, heat, cold, human touch and other stimuli. It showed that plants are capable of feeling. The Cresco graph indicated that plants react to rays of light as well as wireless waves. It also proved that they have a special sense which makes them aware of the approach of a stranger. The plant that take food and water, breathe, work, take rest, sleep and die. The Cresco graph could detect, record and magnify the minute responses of plants to external stimuli. Thus, Bose proved that plants have life and perform all the functions of life as we humans do. On May 10, 1901, he showed the working of his instrument before the Royal Society in London, England. He connected it to a plant. Plant's pulse beat was magnified 10,000 times through the instrument and displayed on a screen. How was it displayed? It was displayed on a screen. A big lighted dot started moving to and fro on the screen like a pendulum. Then he put the plant under different stimuli to show the effect on and reaction by the plant. Thus, he was able to show that plants are sensitive like us. They also feel pain and pleasure. He was greeted with thunder of claps. Bose developed many instruments. He developed his magnetic crescograph to magnify sensation 1,000,000 times. He also developed an instrument called coherer for the detection of radio waves that are wireless. He made receiver recorder which could measure 1,000 part of a second. He did a lot of work on radio waves. He was honored as Sir, the Government of India in 1917 and the Fellow of Royal Society in 1920. Bose wrote two world-famous entitled books, Response in the Living and Non-Living 1902 and The Nervous Mechanism of Plants 1926. Before his death in 1937, he founded the Bose Institute in Calcutta, which researches are conducted on several subjects. Jagdish Chandra Bose had deep concern for India and her people. He had a deep faith in the intelligence of his countrymen. In an address of convocation of the University of Mysore in November 1927, he spoke about India's glory in the past and declared that it was action and not idleness that was responsible for that glory. He believed that there could be no happiness for a single person unless it had been won by all. Now we have word meanings: demonstrated, addressed, unique, wonderful, philosophy, theory of ideas, preamble, introduction, rebel, protester, fascination, strong attraction, forethought, careful thought, nation, notion, idea, diversity, a wide range of many things, hold on, keep one's grasp, tissue, particular group of cells, stimuli, the things that rouse a person, detect, to notice something that is not easy to sense, minute, extremely small, pulse beat, regular vibrations in plants because of moving liquids, fellow, member, entitled, given a title, concern, feeling of worry, convocation, a ceremony held in university where students receive their degrees, idleness, a state of doing nothing. Objective type questions. The great scientist had come to the Paris Congress of Science in 1800. Fill in the blanks. He built a dash instrument that could measure the field. He built a scientific instrument. Why were the scientists at Paris Congress amazed to hear the instrument had been built in India? Because India was good in art and literature, but sciences was something which Europe expertised in and not India. Writing skills. If I were the principal of my school, write a composition on what you could have done. If I were the principal of my school, I would have banned all candies, I would have had more discipline, organized more competitions, etc. ऐसे करके आप ये पूरा करोगे. Grammatical skills. Fill in the blanks with suitable adverbs. The old man slept peacefully. Complete the paragraph with the help of a clue box. Mrs. Gopi is our class teacher. She dashes English. She has been teaching us English. ऐसे आप बाकी करोगे. Unscramble the words to make meaningful sentences. A tall man, white, fat. What will it be? A fat, white, tall man. ऐसे करके आप बाकी भी करोगे. This also you'll do on your own. Activity skills. Discover any 5 types of plants and explain them with the help of pictures. So you need to talk about 5 plants. It could be tulsi, aloe vera, touch-me-not, neem and a banyan tree. I hope you understood this chapter properly. Read it again and revise all the questions to understand it even better.